Hello everybody, you're very welcome to today's member interview. Today we're joined by Therese Walsh. She's one of our newest member, joined last week. You're very welcome, Therese.
Thanks,
so
Bernie.
Therese is the owner of TW Performance Solutions, and really excited to hear about your business. You've got 25 years experience in this field, Therese, so would you like to share with us about your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So my 25 years started really working in financial services. So I would have worked first as an employee, as a manager of teams, and then leading different departments and operations, and kind of spanned a lot of different countries. I'm very fortunate to have worked in an awful lot of different places. However, towards the end of my time in financial services and working with corporates, I got the opportunity to learn a little bit more about, I suppose, developing processes through people. And I spent 5 years doing that with a large multinational and thoroughly enjoyed it. Learned a lot along the way, and I guess I got the bug. So when that opportunity finished, I took the opportunity in October 2014 to start out on my own, and therefore TW Performance Solutions was founded. And so really what I'm about and what I offer is I work with leaders and their teams to help them to develop business change through their people. What that means is every company, no matter how big or small, will change, will go through change. And some might say it's a constant at the moment.
Yeah.
And that might be introducing new products or services. It might be looking to improve a particular process or streamline it. It may be about developing team performance, changing how teams perform within the teams or with each other. Or it could be dealing with a crisis, for example, a very current one, COVID. So I can go in and work with that business to help them determine why and be really clear about why they need to change. I can give them some methodologies they can use to help them to do it the right way. I work with them, advising them, I guess, who they should involve in the change. We'll consider timeframes, how long this change might take. So I guess that's that element in terms of, I suppose, the flexibility I can give and the support I can give to companies. But the other element is all of my engagements will look to involve people. And I say this because to me, and I learned this the hard way, change really only is sustained through adoption and people buying into that change. So therefore, the number one way to achieve this is by actually making your employees and your staff accountable for the change, involving them in it, giving them a role to play, building that capability internally. So therefore, the change when it happens is successful. And secondly, your employees are then and your staff are trained and have the capability to keep improving. So to me, it's a win-win. And so all of my engagements, and that's what my company is all about, delivering successful business change through people.
That's great. And I'm just looking at your list of clients. I was looking at it earlier, your list of clients, very impressive, I have to say. And I noticed there's a Laois based business in there amongst them.
Nostra Technologies, that's correct. So back when I started up on my own, I got in contact with Enterprise Ireland because, as I said, I'm a qualified lean practitioner. I got trained by McKinsey, and so I'm certified on their books to work with businesses in Ireland who are looking to grow. So Nostra at the time, as a company, very, very successful. I think it went from six years ago to nearly 150 today. At the time I worked with them, they were rapidly growing, and they wanted to install, I guess, a continuous improvement mindset across their employees. They wanted to build in the right processes. They wanted to do them in the right way, and they wanted employees to, when they come in and join the company, to be very comfortable about what they were doing. So all of this was really important to the team there, and I worked with them for 5 months to help them introduce all of those systems and processes. Really
okay, and some of the other businesses there, Kellogg's and Ornua, you know, very, very well established businesses, but you're slightly changing in that you're kind of more targeting and more interested in working with small to medium-sized businesses moving forward.
Yes, absolutely. I guess, you know, for me, every client I've worked with has been rewarding in some ways, and I've thoroughly enjoyed them all and learned, I guess, from all of them. But as I've progressed, and I'm 7 years now, nearly 7 years running my own business, I guess I get the most reward from going into companies, dealing directly with the company owner and their management team, and really using the frameworks that are out there, but tailoring them to actually suit what is required by each company, because every company is different. So it's about hearing about what companies want and what their need is, and then working with that company to come together, agree on the right plan for moving forward. So to me, it's all about, keeping it simple, compromising, me sharing what I can offer, the company sharing what they want to get, and my new framework is called Together Works, because to me, genuinely, together works. I don't have all the answers, companies don't have all the answers, but together, hopefully we get the right solution, and that's really what it's about. And I think you can achieve that really well and really quickly in smaller organizations. Larger organizations, amazing, and amazing people, but often they might get tied up a little bit with bureaucracy or politics, or just things get in the way. But I think to go and work and see that change happening within a company or an organization is so rewarding for me.
And anyway. I think it's a great starting point that you've worked in the bigger companies, and you can take those learnings and bring them to the smaller, medium-sized businesses. So it's a win-win, really. So in terms of the last 12 months and COVID, I'm sure there's been plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of change, plenty of pivoting, plenty of really valuing your employees and your performance through people. So I can only imagine the work you've been doing for the last 12 months.
Unreal. And when things changed 12 months ago, I guess in terms of my own learning, I was always face to face with clients. Workshops were always done on location. In fact, at the time I was working with a client out in Warsaw. I was spending 2 weeks of every month out in Warsaw, and then suddenly COVID happened and I couldn't travel. Well, ironically, we finished that engagement virtually. It was all done on Zoom, and it worked perfectly well. So I guess, the first learning for me was actually remote does work and Zoom does work. So hopefully not forever, permanently. I guess, and I've been working with clients over the last 8 to 10 months. And I guess one other learning for me is, and in order to make sure that we keep people engaged, is the importance of that communication and keep communicating. Because we're not face to face doesn't mean we shouldn't do anything at all. I would have been very hesitant to use Zoom at the start. I work with a credit union right now, and initially when I asked them to put on their cameras, they went, "No, I'm not doing it," and now they are so comfortable on the camera. And it's not that you have to be made up or look great or anything like that. It's about the connection you get. And the CEO of that credit union will say to me today, and I can see it myself, that we've been working now all through COVID virtually, progressing their business, and all staff members in that credit union are involved. And it's unbelievable to see the motivation, and COVID hasn't impacted them that way, because they've kept communicating and they've kept their cameras on, and they're just meeting as teams, and it's been really helpful.
You can certainly see how more comfortable people are in front of the camera, and people are definitely know how to set themselves up and use the various options on it. So really, we've all learned plenty of skills, and I think definitely the hybrid moving forward is the way.
I would agree.
So just curious as well, I know you're not from Laois, and you've moved to Laois again just in the middle of COVID, I think last year.
Last June. Yes, exactly.
So why Laois? Why Port Laois?
Why Port Laois? Well, it's interesting. I was born and bred in the country, but Kildare, so next door. And I suppose I spent a lot of my career in the big, Londons, the Dublins, and amazing experience. But for me, I was always going to go back and live in the country. For me, that's the way I am. And I guess it was about then where best to place myself, where I could get the combination of being in the country, so the rural element, but obviously I need to work, and obviously I still need to run a business, and where in Ireland can give me both. And actually, I won't lie, I did try a few places. Laois wasn't just there and nowhere else, but it was the one that just the minute I arrived here, it just had everything I needed as far as I'm concerned. And I've been here nearly a month, or nearly a year, it flies, and yeah, delighted with the move.
That's great. Well,
great.
I suppose the Chamber has always been promoting Laois as the place to do business and to live, and the work-life balance is incredible that it offers. So great that you're happy with your decision, and you probably are stuck within your 5-mile radius, but look, I'm sure you're finding plenty to do, and looking forward to when those restrictions lift and you can meet people as a new person to, you know, and hopefully the Chamber network will give you that possibility as well. I know at the moment it's virtual, but that's better than not having anything.
Still great. Yeah, no, it's still great. And I find people so friendly, I have to say. It's interesting. And just since I've joined in every aspect, since I've come down here, whether I'm getting, you know, paint work done or whether I'm, you know, anything, just people are, even the estate agent who sold me the property couldn't have been more helpful. So yeah,
that's great to hear. Hopefully they're members of the Chamber.
I don't know.
I'm sure they are. Well, look, anyway, it was great to chat to you today, and really looking forward to meeting you face to face. I feel I've met you already, and it's only been online, so it's incredible. Yeah,
goes to show how it works.
Absolutely, and best of luck with your business, and hopefully the Chamber can help out in any way over the next while. Okay,
thanks a million, Bernie. Lovely to talk.
Thanks.